This is Real People Talk. My name is Dave and we are talking to...
Bryn.
First of all, Bryn, I noticed that accent. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm a Yorkshireman that grew up in South Africa.
Oh,
I've been back here for about 23 years now. So.
Oh, cool. So, yeah. Bryn, what took you over to South Africa?
My parents, when I was very young, and opportunity for my dad.
Cool.
He was in the clothing trade. He got to the point where he had gone to China. So he just didn't want to be a bus driver forever. So he went to South Africa and took us over there when we were small kids, my brother and I.
That's really cool. I mean, I'm from Yorkshire myself, and you hear a lot of the same accents. So it's just nice to hear something a little bit different. When we approached you, I heard the twang. So yeah, nice and refreshing, something different. So, what do you do with yourself, Bryn?
What do I do with myself? What, from a work point of view?
Yeah.
My brother and I run a manufacturing business in Bristol. We make amplifier covers and piano covers. And
nice.
I'm also a hypnotist and a hypnotherapist.
Oh, cool. Wicked.
I run a graphics design.
This man's a jack of all trades, yeah.
My little website. I'm an actor.
Oh, nice.
So I'm on my way to my class now. So.
Oh, wicked.
So this is good practice.
Yeah, how long have you been acting?
5 or 6 years now.
Oh, nice. Are you got any plays coming up or anything like that? Anything you want to plug or?
Nothing at the moment. No, I'm shooting a short little film myself. I'm having a go, like you do.
Nice.
And I've done a couple of movies, but I mean small things people haven't seen before. So.
What got you into the acting?
Wanting to do videos for the business.
Right. And you found you had a natural flair for it then?
Well, I've got a background in public speaking and delivering courses.
Nice.
But what I found was that looks terrible on camera because you're lecturing people. This is an intimate conversation with one person. So I wanted to unlearn those skills. So that I could do promotional videos for the business. So
it's so hard on learning skills. Like you know what I mean? I remember I did a little bit of acting myself. Stuff. I know a guy who teaches at Leeds University. He just musical theatre, and he gave me some one-on-one privates.
Yeah.
And and you are right. I sort of did some acting stuff, and then I had some private tutoring from him. And you're right. When you learn some skills, it's almost like it's so hard to get it in. Then once it's in, it's a bad sleep. Like, how do I get it out? It is crazy.
I had so many years delivering courses. I'm working with Michael Keogh now and Inspire Actors.
Oh, nice.
It's amazing. Honestly, it's revolutionary in this industry.
What I like as well, like anything we communicate with, it's psychology, acting, like you say, hypnosis. It's just, you kind of, I think when you do acting, you uncover more layers. You've got to take on a character, you know what I mean? So you almost find out about yourself in the character. There's certain elements of yourself you can just bring, and I think that's what brings it to life. So you know what I mean? So actors are, it's always good people to speak to, deep thinkers. So
Perhaps.
Perhaps. So tell me what? Oh, sorry.
That's all right, Dave. Am I right to ask a question?
Yeah.
So, you studied hypnosis.
Yes.
Do you ever use that on yourself to kind of like detach if you're overthinking or anything like that?
Self-hypnosis is a very big part of who I am. I'm also a Nichiren Buddhist, so I chant. And I use the rhythmic chanting as well as a form of self-hypnosis and reprogramming myself. I do a variety of different things that work for me. But I deliver hypnosis online using Zoom now, which you can. This is a new sort of technique instead of having an office and a chair and all of that. You can talk to people anywhere in the world. It's amazing.
The hypnosis is excellent. I got into hypnosis a little bit. Have you seen the Paul McKenna tapes? The positivity ones? They're really good, aren't they? I remember getting those years and years ago. But for me, I just wanted to sort of find out about myself a bit more, and I started reading NLP books. So I got into the NLP, and then I sort of got into but I'm really into the self-hypnosis and all that sort of stuff. It's really crazy. It's funny you mentioned about the acting and stuff. What I did at one point before I had the acting classes, I used to hypnotise myself into the character. And I almost found it's almost like you just become the character. You don't have to. What is it? And
there's a few different ways you can do it. What Michael Keogh teaches at Inspire Actors, he teaches intention. And this is revolutionary in this industry, and it's causing a lot of reactions, which is great. Because a lot of people do method acting, which makes you recall something, and you call it personal trauma and stuff like that. It's true.
But
you haven't always have had those experiences, and sometimes you don't want to go back to them. So
it can be quite dark to get the best performances. It's true.
So with intention, you set an intention using a conjugating verb like I am or we are, whatever it is. And you use that, it's amazing. You can see people change character in a minute. using a different intention.
Have you got an example,
incredibly powerful?
An example
Well,
in
you can
a
go
character?
from, say, something like, all right, let's say I'm acting with you, and we're going to be aggressive towards you. You know, I can say something like, "Fuck you," "Fuck you," you know, and use that intention, and it builds the emotion. The intention comes first, the emotion comes afterwards, and then you start the acting. I could say, "Look, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry."
All it is just
You know,
portraying
I
an
really didn't
emotion,
wanna
isn't
do
it?
this,
Yeah,
you know, and use that intention.
Yeah.
And you can see the body language changes, the tone of voice changes, the mindset changes. It's incredibly powerful stuff.
You're playing with energy there though as well. So if you are like manifesting a feeling of anger towards someone in that way, how do you make sure that people aren't like affected by that energy in a negative way? Do you think?
Well, acting is a conversation you have. So if I raise that energy within myself, you're going to be influenced by it.
yeah. You've got to make them
That's good.
feel it.
Yeah.
If you're not, then
It's
you're not
not
part of this
working.
conversation.
Yeah, that's deep.
And you know that's
No, no,
how it works.
It works. It's really true, you know. When I I know the guy I had the private lesson with. He turned around. I was acting with him, and I was sort of giving him stuff. And he's like, "Dave," he goes, "I don't care about you." He says, "You have to make me feel it."
Yeah.
He says, "Make me feel it." That's what he said to me, and it's really crazy. And you know what's mad? That was the first acting lesson I had with him, and that was one of the most. I had 20 minutes with him initially, and it was one of the most intense things I'd gone through in years.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I really want to feel it. It's like, and he says to me, "It's not enough because I'm not feeling it." Because I'm not bothered about you, but you have to. He says it's about the other person. You have to convey that emotion, make them really feel it.
It's
and
important
it's true.
to be interested instead of trying to be interesting.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when you're interested, then you're focusing on delivering for your.
If it's interesting, it's just about you then, and you're not really.
You know, you don't want to be going, well, here I am, I'm being so very well. You want to be interested in the other person because we do a lot of improv work, which
That's
is
great,
very
isn't it?
useful. You know,
Yeah.
not improv playing games, but you know, here you are with your partner, your acting partner, and action, and you make up a scene from nothing.
Nothing,
Cool.
yeah.
And you do this for a couple of months, it'll change your life. It's changed my life because it changes how you interact with people.
Yeah, it totally does. It totally does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Where do
yeah.
you do it? Like in Leeds?
Yeah, at the coach house.
The coach house?
Yeah, the coach works right around the corner here, you know, on where Millennium Square.
Ah,
is
yeah,
upstairs.
yeah, just round there,
But
isn't it?
inspire
Yeah, yeah.
acting. Anybody out there that, I don't know, gets to listen to this, if you want to change your acting skill, that's the place to go.
Cool.
You know, it's amazing. And if you want to do some hypnosis work, hypnoticimpact.co.uk.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is the
yeah.
really.
I had to get that in.
You've got,
Yeah, yeah,
mate,
no
you've
worries.
got to plug your own. I was going to
got to
swear
do that,
them, but you have to plug your own stuff. It's true. Brilliant, amazing talking, man.
Thank
Put
you.
it there.
All right,
How,
David.
are you acting tonight? You've going
Yeah,
there
I'm
now?
off to the class now, yeah.
What was it? Have an amazing class tonight, mate. It's been
Thank
really
you.
nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the coffee and enjoy the evening.
My pleasure.
Take care.
see you
Good to
later,
see you,
man.
Bryn. See you, mate.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, 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 bye.
This is Real People Talk. I'm Josh talking to
Angeline.
Angeline. Hi, Angeline.
Hi.
So one thing I've been wondering myself about life at the moment is how do we make sure we're making time for the things that are really important in our life?
I think prioritizing our needs brings does something to the whole thing. Yeah. Obviously we have to work,
Yeah.
but we also have to rest. Yeah, so I think making sure that we rest and giving ourselves time with our loved ones very important.
So prioritizing family is always going to be important. But with me, sometimes like I'll have a need, but I won't know if it's a selfish need or a need that is like genuine and is what I truly want. So do you know how you get
Well, what
clarity
I
on
do,
that?
I put the things that I want to do on a scale. There are needs and wants. Can I do without? Can I do with? Then that's how I do it.
Yeah,
If I can do without, then it's not important.
that's
But
good.
if I can't do without that thing, then it means it is important.
That's a good way to look at it. I'll definitely use that myself.
Yeah.
And is that something you've been able to do throughout your whole life, or have you learned how to do that over time through kind of like maybe chasing ones?
I've been doing it all my life because that's just how I see things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And was your mum or dad like that, or are you kind of unique
No,
to them as well?
I just thought I should do my own thing.
Okay, cool. So you've always been quite independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do. I've got one sibling.
And then, do you get on well?
Yeah, we do.
And are you the leader?
She's more like a big sister than she is a young sister. She's younger than me anyway.
How is she more like a big one then?
Because she gives me sound advice. Sometimes I ask myself, who is the oldest one between the two of us? Because she's always saying, oh, do you think that is right?
That's really crazy because after you're speaking to my colleague and you sound really, really sensible. You do sound like you're well put together.
I guess she's more sensible than I am.
You're sensible, yeah.
Yeah.
So your family's, your genetics are strong in your family. Everybody's sensible, aren't they? Yeah.
So?
We have a clever lady here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's cool because you seem quite independent yourself. You seem like you want to live your own life. So I would think in some ways you probably teach your sister something as well.
Well, I've always told her to do what she feels she wants. Because myself, there was a time I wasn't given a choice to do what I wanted to do. And for those couple of years, I felt I was tied down until I grew some wings and learned how to fly.
And why couldn't you do what you wanted to do during that time?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, you don't have to go into it now. But you learned from the experience and you learned how to fly from it. So so have you got any advice now before you go for anyone who might feel like they're in a situation where they're kind of trapped and they don't have much control and they want to go out into the world?
All I can say is it's only fair for someone to live their life, follow their dreams, do what they feel they enjoy. Yeah. That's all.
It is fair. It's like a human right, isn't it? Everyone should be free to live the life that they want to live. Yeah.
You don't have to give someone else the power to decide what you need to do with your own life.
Yeah, definitely. Great, 100%. Great advice. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
All right, thank you.
Great positive energy. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you.
thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Bye. My name's Dave from Real People Talks and I'm speaking to Cass. So Cass, how are we doing? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. Tell me, Cass, what makes you happy in life?
Plants.
Plants? Nice.
Yeah.
What is your favourite plant?
Marigold.
And do you talk to them?
I'm embarrassed to say that I do.
Do you know what, Cass? Do not be embarrassed because I sing to mine and mine died. Do you know what I mean? So that's how good my singing is. Yeah. So where do you have your plants? Are they house plants? Are they outside do you have a greenhouse or a garden?
I wish I had a greenhouse, but we had an extension done, so the garden's kind of been destroyed. So currently I'm keeping them inside, but I have window planters and stuff that I put them on, but mostly inside.
That's excellent. That's one thing what I noticed during the lockdown because people couldn't go anywhere, so you almost had to bring the outdoors indoors. And I know so many people were buying houseplants because you was restricted. You could only go out for a short period of time and stuff, and access to doing things and to nature was limited.
Yeah.
So it's one thing I saw what people did, and it's a good thing. And people are still doing it, and I say why not? Because they produce oxygen, and and you can sing to them and talk to them, and plants are quite good. They don't answer you back. You cannot argue with a plant. You can't. So yes, that's a good thing. And the only thing it's going to do is it's going to sprout and give you more plants.
Yeah.
So it's good stuff. So tell me, what do you do with yourself, Cass?
So I'm in college. I'm studying art right now. So.
Nice.
I've done an exhibition recently.
Oh, wicked. Tell us, where was the exhibition?
In Queen's Arcade.
Oh, nice.
Queen's Arcade, not that long ago. It was a charity event for Rob Borough.
Oh,
so
wicked.
We were raising money for that.
That's really good, is that? You get to sort of do your art and stuff and something you love, and also you get to sort of, do something for a charity, which is great.
Yeah.
So tell me, what experience have you been through? Have you had any experience in life what have changed you? Sometimes we go through a traumatic experience and this experience is nasty, but I guess, and it's not very good, but what we learn in the process makes us better. Have you had any experience in life where you've come through and it's just changed your perception or your thought pattern on a particular thing? Or made you act different anyway?
A few. I think it's when you meet those kind of you'll meet certain people and they'll not say that they deceive you, but they're not really what you expect, and sometimes they can end up run like getting you away from what you really want in life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
After that, kind of picking yourself back up and like, you know, trying to find your way back in life, finding the things that you like, you know.
You are right. I mean, it can be quite hard, can't it? Because, you know, people like that are draining, and if you don't realise initially, it's almost like, you know, they're chameleons and they can disguise themselves quite well. And I guess you're around them and you're kind of changing without even realising you're changing yourself. I mean, subconsciously and consciously we pick up things, don't we? I guess you chat to somebody, they say a phrase, you might, well, I might use that. It's quite good. They may have a certain bit of banter and you think, oh, I might use that. But if you're around somebody for a certain amount of time, you will pick up stuff subconsciously as well. Learned behaviour happens in children and adults, so I know what you mean. You know, to be around somebody like that, and then sometimes by the time you realise, you have to step back and almost just find out who you are. Do you know what I mean?
Self-discipline as well.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know yourself rather than just following other people all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you are right. If you know yourself, it means you're going to be a strong individual. So if you're strong, you're less corruptible, which is good. You know what I mean? And you know, innocence is good. You know, I was innocent for a long time. I mean, you know, I was the youngest in a big family, and I kind of had the rose-tinted glasses on for a long, long time. And it's nice to look at the world like that, but at the same time, I know you can be hard. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that, you know, seeing the good in people, you know, is nice. I wouldn't say it's a lack of not being disciplined, but you just want to see the good. But at the same time, you also need your guard up a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find a balance though, because you don't want to be too like closing yourself in from the world.
That's a good point. You'll find if you're too guarded, then you know the connections you find are going to be not very good, and they're going to be hard to make. Do you know what I mean? So you're right. I mean, it's just get the balance. You want to be open, but you don't want to be too open. Do you know what I mean? So tell me, how's your day been today? All right.
Today was a treat day.
Have you been college today? Or are you finished?
No, I'm free. I've been in the house for the past few days. So I was like, I need to let myself out the house.
See, sometimes we like a little bit of fresh air, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I cannot blame you though, because it's rained so much, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The weather's been so unpredictable. It's like I put shorts on, I feel cold. Had a t-shirt on, I took that off. I put a hoodie on because the weather's all over. Do you know what I mean? So I don't blame you. I mean, until there's like a level of consistency, why not stay in? It's better than going out and getting a cold.
Yeah.
Cass, it's been lovely talking to you. You know, have an amazing day. Do you want to say anything, my friends?
Yeah, just one question. Like, do you have any advice for someone who might be in a relationship like one you described, where they kind of feel like they're almost living by someone else's rules and they're not sure if they're not sure what to do in that moment? What would you say to them?
I think they need to spend a bit more time with themselves, getting to know themselves, not necessarily distancing themselves from the other person too much, but kind of learning what you like and discovering your own individuality.
Yeah, I think it's so important, isn't it? Because my friend used to always say that people meet often and then they feel whole together for a while, but that always kind of breaks down, and then they're looking for why they don't feel the same way anymore. They're frustrated. But if you know yourself and you love yourself, and then you already are whole, so you can be whole for that person. You don't have to like.
It's totally true. Yeah, it's right, that, isn't it? You have to be fixed. You have to be complete before you can take somebody else on. You know what I mean? If you're a little bit broken or you don't know yourself, then it's going to be hard. You can't manage your own emotions, so to get, you know, to deal with somebody else moving hard, isn't it?
It's hard to be complete though, isn't it? Like, it's hard to be complete.
I mean, and to a certain degree, I don't think we really want to be, because if you think you're complete and you think you're going to be closed off to new experiences. I've known that with people with martial arts, where they've sort of done a martial art and they've felt like they've known everything, and then when something new's can be beneficial to them, they're closed off from it. So I think to almost keep that ability to take on new information is good. So that's a bit of a balancing act as well. To be whole and complete, but also to absorb something what's good. Because if something comes at you what's good, you don't want to be closed off to it.
I think it's like being secure in what you are, but being open to like new decisions.
Yeah.
You're very wise.
You are, yeah. You know, she's an artist though, these creative types always are, you know what I mean? Yeah. The creative juices comes out, they get to talk, and there's many layers to this lady, yeah. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time.
Have an amazing day. A nice earring, by the way. I like it. Get a look at this earring. It's awesome. It's really good. I've never seen anything like that. It's quite unique. Yeah. Oh, on the other side as well.
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Have an amazing day. Yeah. Take care.
So hi, I'm Josh. This is Real People Talk, and today I'm with
Emily.
Emily. Hey, Emily.
Hiya.
So one thing I've been wondering myself lately is how do I know that I'm making time for the things that really matter to me in life?
Well, it's a hard one. I think you get so like bogged down with work. Like I find myself like that all the time. Like I think sometimes you just gotta have to take a step back, kind of align what's like important to you. I work like a lot. I actually left a job to work in a different industry, and I actually worked probably just as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I just take some time back. Like I said, look at the things that are important to me. Try to, I don't know, I'm a really bad texter, but for me it's so important to just be with your friends and talk. So like I really have that reality step back when I'm like, okay, right, I really need to message people. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Well, myself, I just got back to work from a 2-week holiday. I'm working very hard. I'm doing better than I've ever done before successfully.
Yeah.
But like I'm still wondering like, wow, I'm giving loads of my time to
Yeah.
this. Like I'm making X amount of money a year.
Yeah.
Is this really like what I want to do forever?
Yeah, and it's that like work-life balance, right? You're like I'm earning loads, I'm having a great time, but then you also need to check in with like your inner self and your social like compass, and is working loads and earning loads the same reward as kind of chilling out and maybe not working as much and spending like time with the people that you care about.
But what is the long-term vision? Like what are you working towards
So
right now?
I'm at a bit of a crossroads. I don't really know. Like I said, I left the industry that I was so passionate about. So I used to be a ticketing manager for a festival company. So I used to work for like music festivals, which was a super cool job. And now I kind of work in an industry where I'm actually getting paid more, but it's not something that I wake up like super stimulated about and feel super positive. So I think I've lost my train of thought there.
That's always cool
So,
when that happens.
No, so sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you remember what the question was, Dave? I've lost it.
Yeah. You mentioned about being at a crossroads
Yeah.
and what's your long-term goal?
Yeah,
Long-term plan. What are you working towards? Thanks, Dave.
Right now, I don't really know. Like I said, I'm doing really well financially, and I think for me, I'm trying to build up as much money as possible. But like, I have a vision of like kind of going travelling and just kind of saying goodbye.
Do you know what? That's quite good. That's like you say, at the moment you're at a bit of a crossroads, you're not too sure. So
Yeah.
just a different change of scenery,
Yeah,
go somewhere different,
that's what I
different
need.
culture, and also you may look at things differently when you come back, just due to the
Exactly,
experiences.
exactly.
And that maybe give you clarity on things what you want to be sure about here.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And like I said, because I'm in a job that probably I'm not so passionate about, like, but earning well, like I feel like that's like the best opportunity, right?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel like I'm giving up a lot. And I'm like 27, so I'm not saying that there's like a countdown, but like I have no ties at the moment. So
That's the thing about it, if you've got no ties and stuff, and that's it, you know, you have the luxury of being able to look and be like, what can I do? And I think to myself, rather than just doing something continuously, to do what you've done, to take a step back and think, now what do I want is good.
Yeah.
At 27, it's a good time. Because some people look at the money and just keep on ploughing through and think, right then, it's all about the money, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And they're there for the money, and they're not really, they're lost.
Yeah.
Better to step back and maybe get some clarity on the whole situation, even if it leaves you with less money, and then to do something you truly love.
And then you can look back at life
Yeah.
and feel like you've actually achieved
something, yeah.
Because I question like my purpose like all the time. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
is this what I want? Like what do I want? Am I going to look back in like years to come and think?
I mean, do you know what? There's one thing I used to do years ago, right? It's like it's from like a NLP book, and I was reading years ago, and this guy mentioned, he says, what you want to do is you want to fast forward to the end of your life on your deathbed and think, what have I really got? What, and that'll give you clarity on what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it may sound a bit dire, but it's put yourself in a situation where you think, right, these are my last couple of minutes. Have I achieved? What would I do? What would I want to do?
Yeah.
And I always say to my sister, we laugh and joke, we don't like ironing, and sometimes I iron something, it's not done great, and I'm like, well, if I'm on my deathbed, I won't bother about ironing.
Yeah,
I'm not going to think to myself, oh, well, this shirt needs ironing.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And life is so precious as well.
Yeah.
And like it is that I don't want to look back in life and just think, oh well, I earned loads of money and did nothing with it. So.
This is it. You did not with it, and you kind of like you've got the money, but you know the experiences and
exactly. And I think that makes you so much more interesting as a person, right?
Yeah,
all those life experiences.
Exactly.
Exactly. You have so much more to like talk.
Yeah. Helps you develop your character, man. Sure. Yeah.
It's like my problem at the moment is that I'm not lost. I'm lost in too many things. So I've nearly done an album. I build apps on the App Store. I have a good job, but I want to retire when I'm 35. I want to make £5 million. I'm like, yeah, but so much, you know. I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and then I think to myself, if I'm not getting up at like 5 a.m. every day and I'm coding like straight away, then I'm not like doing what I need to do to get there. And I know I have to get to that point, but it's like, I think
as well, like you get it kind of drilled in, like especially when you're on like TikTok and stuff. All like the inspiration things. It's like you need to be getting up at 5 o'clock. If you're not getting up at 5 o'clock, you're not going to achieve. But again, it's kind of balance.
The balance you're talking about, the priorities.
If you do too much, it's easy to burn out, isn't it? Easy to burn out. So you're right. You kind of want to be productive, but at the same time, you need to give yourself time to rest.
Yeah. Do you feel burnt out?
No, I don't know if I believe in burnout. I think the mentality that you have dictates how you feel about life. So if I'm relentlessly pursuing something, as long as I don't have negative self-talk, then I won't burn out, because I think negative talk is what really drains us the most.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Trying to find a balance though, like family is really important to me. I don't want to neglect my family to get this life, and then maybe one of them goes away and I never see them again. And it's like,
exactly.
So oh, it's been great talking to you. I really appreciate
nice
your
talking
time.
to you. Have an amazing day, mate.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Go and work at the event that's just across there.
Well, what's happening at the event, my friend?
See you later.
Bye.